Hey YouTube, it's Scott with This Old Bus, and today I got my buddy Mike here, who's also a fellow bus owner, and we're working on some bus projects today. Today's problem is working on my defrost fan. My defrost fan crapped out on the last trip we were on. We're tearing apart the dash, see what we can find out about it.
Now pull on it. I'm gonna tap on it. Okay. Is that helping?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. You could just set it on that little
It's right
shelf
there.
there. See that shelf?
Yeah, I'm going
Set it on that
to
little
set it
shelf.
right there in the headlight wire on the shelf.
Okay.
The headlight wire is
All right, now we can flop that up. And we go like that. Yep. Okay, so this is the issue over here. You might need to move around over behind
I
here
can
so you
see.
can see.
I can see in here too. So this cover has got a new fan behind that.
There's a fan motor here and a fan motor here. There's two fan motors. I know that much.
Oh,
And there's
there's the motor. Here's the fan in the box.
Okay.
Okay.
And so there's a motor hiding back behind those two
The motor is
coolant
this.
lines.
The motor is this little diameter part right
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's probably a shaft that's got the fan mounted on it, so it's not just going to come out of there. It's got to be like. And then there's this.
Oh, jeez.
Then there's this cover. I mean, we could take that. We could potentially take that cover off.
Take the cover off because the fans can mount. There's probably bolts inside there to remove the.
Oh, the collar thingies. So is this
This is
are those bolts covered up over there?
no. Oh,
And it doesn't appear like there's one hiding back behind there, or it's already gone for serviceability. I don't see one. So I
Oh.
should be able to zip those
yeah,
out.
there's one right there.
Oh, there is one hiding over there?
Yeah, just it's.
Is it accessible?
You gotta take this cover off.
The white cover?
Oh, jeez, it goes all the way underneath.
Are you sure? Because I can look back in there and I don't see anything.
See right
Oh,
there?
yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so this is already partially off. I think I can get a short screwdriver in there,
Okay.
or maybe just pliers and
Well,
unscrew it with pliers.
I think before we tear into it, I think we should consult the manual.
Okay, consult me.
Yep, I got the manual. RTFM.
Okay, so let me show you this. It's got all this tape wrapped around here.
That's good.
So we're gonna untape it. I hate to do that.
Yeah, well, I got more electrical tape. So don't untape that. Untape.
Well, I'm just trying to.
Is that your face?
So
Well,
underneath
what
it-
about if I get an X-Acto knife or something, or my Leatherman, we just cut away what we want access to?
You got a white paint pen? You can just write it on the relay itself.
No.
Defrost fans relay. Yeah, it's running both fans. So
That's white tape. That's interesting.
white electrical tape. You can get that.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and peel it off. I mean, I've got some red we can use. I can write on that and we can still be able to read it. Or maybe we can reuse it. Yeah, that's clever. So the stock relay for this was located back over underneath here because I've seen it on another 4106. That's been replaced with a typical sort of automotive style relay. And so we're going to take a look at this. We'll measure the resistance of the motors just to see if we can see if something's up with that.
The resistance is either 0 or none. no resistance or zero, nothing. So this is on or off. Look how black that is. That's kind of wrong. But this says that's common. So
That had electrical tape on it. But yeah, it didn't even.
no, I just unwrapped it. So they all look pretty good. There's not really nothing burned. So this is fine. Okay, so
Oh shit. That's great. Yes.
it's got to be up high.
Well, it won't stay. Oh, maybe go like that.
Yeah.
There we go. So let's read those wire descriptions. So you got common.
Yeah, common, and then
The previous owner was really cool in that he labeled lots of stuff. So it removes some mystery when you're going back later and trying to figure stuff out, which is really nice. Like, he labeled the fact that this was the defrost fan relays. Or fans, plural, relay.
so there's online you can get a Bosch relay pinout.
I could pull it up on
I
my...
can do it right here real quick.
But we can kind of tell by this, right? Because we've got the positive coming in,
Yeah.
which is red, and AMM and C, number 87. I wonder what that means.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. It corresponds to those.
Yeah.
It's the pins.
Yeah, it's the pin numbers. Okay.
So he's got that going to...
So power supply, in 87 and 87A, one is normally on and the other one is normally off. So normally on is not used. That's the middle point, which he's using.
He's got it wired up, though.
And he's got it wired. So when that's on, it clicks over to another one. Oh, he's got that. And then
Well, I'm going to assume that the brown wire goes to the motors and the red wire supplies juice. So we should be able to measure across the red wire and the motor wire and see what the resistance
motor
is.
wire? So 87.
Oh, I think the brown one is the motor wire. It says here S and supply and ground.
Oh.
80, that's odd.
Oh, I see. So it grounds when this is off. Ground is grounding.
So you're thinking he's switching the ground? Is that what you're thinking? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
The
make
motor
sense
would
what
be
he's
grounded.
doing. So, because the right here, 85 and 86 is the inputs. You click on, click off, and that clicks the relay. That's these two. So I have it upside down. It's like this. That's your diagram. So power in from the switch
Oh, that's probably what that is.
is
S is switch, maybe?
yeah. So I think ground is the switch. Is yeah. So the supply coming in from the switch, and this red. Well, that's weird.
So the guy that converted this bus often would label things in there, and then when you refer to the wiring diagram, he made notes on his modifications. And so that's really nice and helpful, like if you're converting a bus, to make notes so that later on you don't remember, or you sell the bus, somebody else can at least try and figure out what's going on. Defrost relay thing here. Oh, there's defrosters right there.
Okay.
Micro switch on modulating valve, replaced valve, then switch with thermostat by driver and added 12 volt valve, 12-volt water valve on, off only. So that's something over here. He added a household temperature thing.
And a pump that controls the water or something. So,
As of 2010, heater pump is on with thermostat. Water valve is on with thermostat. No voltage flows water. With 12-volt valve is closed. Works with one relay. So this. I think this is in relation to the floor heat.
oh,
I don't think that has anything to do with the defrost.
okay. Replaced relay with new style.
Right. So this is the, and I think that's what this note refers
So
to.
the motors only have 2 wires.
So see, it says, oh, interesting. Yellow, blue, trace. So maybe that one that we were thinking was brown is yellow.
Yellow with a blue tracer. And it's bolted connection, so like bolted to frame. That's a ground. Does not give these colors. They're probably.
Well, that says yellow, black.
That skips down and goes down there.
Well, he's got these numbers on here, right? So that's the relay position numbers. These say AMM, C, S, ground,
Jumper. That's a jumper. That's a jumper.
B. So do these correspond? That's AMM there.
And there's S.
There's C.
And B is common. Oh, I see.
So he's saying AMM goes to 87. Jumpbird with C goes to 86.
So the switch, the low-high switch, does it use one fan for low and the second fan for high?
I don't know. Let's see if we can figure that out. I mean, we should be able to tell from this diagram, right?
Defroster switch.
You see defroster switch?
Defroster switch. There's the terminals.
Excuse
3
me.
terminals.
I don't want those going down in the hole. So I did just lose that screw. There it is. What the fuck? Oh, I was leaning on the.
Rolling them.
I was leaning on the generator start button. Boy, that's all nasty and hairy
That
down
was
there.
funny.
Spooked myself. All right, I gotta lay in here and get cozy with this thing. All right, we're opening up Pandora's box. Let all the evils out into the world. These are all a little different. I hate straight blade screws. There's a reason they invented Phillips screwdrivers.
There was. There's a whole YouTube video on it.
Oh yeah?
Link in the comments.
One more. Can I hang on to that so it doesn't fall? Okay, that should be it. Okay. So just for future reference, this valve here
Yeah.
is a bleed valve. So when you are filling your coolant system, this is a high point. You have to open this up and let the air out of the system and add coolant until you get a dribble here. Well, it's not nearly as nasty in here as I thought it might be.
Okay, I turn for you. All right. So,
Well, that didn't really help much, huh?
now, let's turn your ignition on. Let's hit the low and see what happens real quick.
Well, I was looking at the, I will.
Okay.
It looks like, I was looking to see how that's retained. It looks like there's a collar and a screw on that one. And yeah, that would be very hard to access, but it looks like that can be removed. Of course, if you remove it, then the damn,
Oh. Oh, I don't know how they can do it.
I mean, those are
Oh,
all,
that's a pin. Oh, geez, I don't know how they can do
all right, let's see what happens here.
it. All right. So the relays.
All right, you ready?
All right, you're in my hand. Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be low.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Which one's low?
That was low, I just did.
All right. Now let me just give it. Hold on.
It's off right now. You want me to?
Okay.
Nothing, that didn't help.
Okay. Nothing. Just blow high.
That's high.
Did your fuse blow? Because there's no buzzing.
Well, it was in low, you felt the buzzing.
No, I don't feel any buzzing this time.
Well, there's a circuit breaker, but they're self-resetting circuit breakers. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's no buzzing this time. You have it all the way on?
Well, I didn't start it, but yeah. I didn't want to start it. We're in an enclosed shop. I'd have to open up the doors and stuff.
Yeah, I know we don't need to start it because we did it before without starting.
Right.
But the relay didn't buzz this time, and we didn't have any lights, no motorized. So let's check your fuse.
It's a
It's a self-reset.
I think they're self-resetting circuit breakers.
Okay.
I mean, if it was going to blow, it would have been blowing already because of me, on that trip trying to use it. I mean, it may have tripped instantly, but they spun freely, huh?
They did.
It didn't feel crusty or anything?
No.
They don't.
So maybe we can do there's only oh, this wire is white. That's okay.
Well, there's access to the brushes on this one.
There's wires here.
Well, there's access to one of the brushes, I guess I should say.
This is the bolted. Ready to try.
I guess we do need to make sure it's getting power, huh?
Yeah.
Because that
All
was.
right. Let's get. Here's a voltmeter. So we had.
So this is bypass. This coil is bypassed when it's on high, then, huh?
Well, it goes. Some power goes through the coil, and it deliberately bypasses it through the normally. Okay, so where's the 130? Is that the one that's bolted, or is that the one? That says ground for sure. So if this is ground,
Well, let's just measure across the that one in the red, huh? Or you have black. S. It said S in common, so maybe you should measure the this one in the red. Sorry. Or like this. This back up here.
she'll give me a low and a high. And let me just flick it, and let me see if it. Nothing.
Hold on. Low.
Yep. Well, oh, I had to click. Go back to low.
Oh, is that the relay buzzing?
Yeah, it's a relay buzzing.
And nothing out of the fans.
No. It clicked and then it buzzed.
You want me to do high now?
Yeah, do high. And let me look for.
I turned it back off. I was only doing it momentarily. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, yeah, go for high.
High.
Okay, so high should be both. And we got no. I don't know what.
I thought high bypassed it altogether.
So if this is buzzing, is it a yeah, I thought high.
Well, maybe we should like disconnect that relay and just test it on the bench somehow. I got a 12-volt battery out there we can use.
Yeah.
We take some pictures of how it's hooked up and yard it out of there and go test it on the bench.
The relay?
Yeah.
No, I think the relay is working fine.
Okay.
I just want to. I want to bench test a fan. That's what I want to do. That's where I'm. I just want to, but I don't want to take a fan out to do it.
Oh. Is there two sides to it? Oh yeah, there's two sides to it, Mike. It's the bottom one on the fourth one over, like I was saying, the one where you said backup lights. It's the one on the bottom lug because that's a bus and there's a top and a bottom to it.
Defrost, right there.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see that.
You want the ohm meter?
Yeah, I want that meter.
Okay, I'm putting it on continuity.
Oh, okay.
And
All right. You can read it. I'll
It'll
just connect the. All right.
let's move this out of the way. You got continuity.
Okay, so it's working in there.
Yeah. Let's put it on voltage. You probably got nothing right now.
So if you give me voltage, is this on?
No, I don't have anything on right now.
Okay, so I'm going to find the ground. Do you have anything on now? I can give it a test voltage. This plate should have 12 volts.
Let me turn on the ignition.
Okay.
You got nothing.
You don't have anything here?
No, it was your ground. Hold on, your ground was bad.
Oh.
Wiggle your ground some more. Find a better ground.
Is this ground? Or is that plus? Is that
Oh, you
ground?
just had 12 for a second there. Yeah, you got 12.
Okay, so then I should have 12 here.
You do not have... Oh, now you do. Yep.
How about now?
No.
I don't have 12 here?
Well, it's all... Yeah, now you do. You're just not getting a good connection to the ground is
Okay,
all.
so this should be 12.
Yep.
Okay, so then So then, well, yeah, we know that because it's
You
making
got-
the relay buzz.
So you got juice. Yep.
Okay, so we know,
So the circuit breaker's working.
yeah, and then this, and we know switch is working because it's buzzing back there. So
Well, some people are going to be wondering what this fan is. The previous owner of this bus was a ham radio guy, and he had all these radios in his cabinet for his ham radio addiction. All right, so you want me to spin
the right side, yeah. So I'm showing 3.1 ohms, which
Okay.
is,
Seems fine, huh?
yeah, seems fine.
Spinning.
Yeah, now it's changing.
It is. How much?
Up and down. So how it depends on how fast you spin it or whatever. I mean, it's now it's 2.7893332. So stop, it would be 3130. It's 30. Now give it a little one direction spin. Just we're just a nice little.
Well, is spinning going to induce a current that will change the
Yeah, it does. Changes it quite a bit. So that motor's good.
Huh. Do we have a way to measure the other one?
Yes, but I have to figure out the two wires. So.
Well, aren't they kind of connected together, though?
The tan
So,
wire.
coming
which
from
goes-
the other motor
Yeah.
is these two wires. You got this one,
Yeah, and
and
here's
then
the other
that,
one.
that goes to both of them. That's hooked together. That's all hooked together to the motors, but this one here that I'm wiggling,
Yes.
this one, or, no, right here, no, right there, that one.
Yeah.
That
This
goes to the other motor. Follow that out. Oh,
this
it
goes to the tan wire that I was measuring from, and it comes up here to the, and it goes out the harness. It's taped to the harness, and it's
Well,
also.
they're all freaking hooked together down here, then. Those two are hooked together, and this two.
So I'm going to do the same test, all right, that I just did with here and the tan wire. So, okay, now I got 2.9 ohms. Now spin the left motor. Oh, yeah, it's moving too. All right. Oh, good. And that's ohms.
So, if they're in parallel, it's.
They're not permanent magnet. They have armatures.
So that would change based on how fast I spin it. You would get a different reading.
Yeah, I'm getting anywhere from 0.9 to 3 or 4.
Well, I have access to the brushes here on one of them.
You do?
Right there. I could undo this brush here.
Yeah, okay.
Right there. I could pull that out.
Let's test voltage at the relay first. Just to see if it's getting from, because we know it's at the fuse. I want to see what we got here at the relay.
It's a circuit breaker, not a fuse, but yeah.
circuit breaker. So since this ground wire is undone, and if we go to low and it doesn't make any noise, and it makes noise when I hook this one up,
So what you were telling me about
it might be this relay.
spinning one motor at a time,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense because they're all hooked together here.
Well, yeah, but the motor, if I have the left motor isolated, and spinning it changes the resistance value from static.
But
I thought I should have like almost.
But
no
you didn't have
resistance.
them isolated because we were measuring both of them.
I know.
You
Except
you didn't have it isolated.
I had one wire. This black wire here is by one motor by itself.
Right, but electrically that goes to the ground.
Does this black wire go to anything else?
Well, it goes to that motor,
Okay.
and that's it. But this one here, yeah, that goes to that motor. It says BCOM. Oh, look, there's a nasty looking little connection there. I guess that's okay. I hope that crimp is good in there. That does just go to that one. So the other one goes to this little rat's nest right here. See this connector? They're all connected together. Can you see that?
Yes.
So that is the ground from the other motor, goes to that, where they're all hooked together there.
Yeah, this comes from the one of the wires from the.
And that looks like a ground. And then this one, oh wait, that's brown. This one's black. No, that's brown too.
You have 3 wires coming in from the harness.
And then this one goes here. This one goes to this rat's nest here.
Okay, so you must have low, high. But there was a relay here at one time.
Yes. So the stock relay would have been mounted inside this box over here to this wall over here.
So
And the guy smartly moved it to the outside where it was more accessible.
okay, so we have low, high, and ground coming in from the wire harness.
There are 1, 2, 3 wires coming in, yeah. So there's 3 wires. One of them goes to this thing that hooks those together. One of them goes
And then you got
that way to you. That goes to you, I think.
I can see everything.
Does that go to you?
Yeah, that comes to me. That's the red wire.
Okay, that's the red wire. And then this one hooks them together. I think before we do that, it'd probably just be quicker just to go replace that relay.
Okay, let's do that.
If we think that's it, we can run up to AutoZone. I can spend
Yeah.
a few bucks to get the best relay they have
Let's go do that.
and stick it in there.
Let's go do that. We'll try that first. So we're gonna just go ahead and try
The
another
relay's
relay.
an inexpensive thing to try, so
Yeah,
we're trying
We'll
it.
just swap it and see it. It's buzzing in low. It's 30.
We're using our footrest, a passenger footrest, as a table.
Red is opposite side of 30. So we'll do the 10. So it's exactly. All right, well, let's try it.
Okay, smoke test.
Smoke test.
The beeping is the low air pressure, so you just have to put up with that. Okay, so are you gonna hold the relay and see if you?
I'll hold it.
Okay, so this is low.
Oh, you got. Okay, go.
You got spinning?
It started spinning. It stopped. Okay, now let's go to high.
That's high.
Okay, go back to low. Nothing. We'll turn
Hold
off.
on, I didn't do it. That's low.
Okay, down to off. Okay. All right. So, what happened in low? That turned about just about a dozen degrees. Went. The one fan did, and then it stopped. Now it's buzzing again.
The relay's buzzing again?
Yeah. So I don't think the relay's bad, but we did get a little bit of movement out of that fan. I think your brushes, your fan's got to come out. So, hold on. Turn your ignition back on, and when I tell you go to low, First, I'm going to spin it, right? It goes this way.
Okay, tell me when.
Okay, go. Low.
Oh, it's continuing to spin, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that stopped right now. Off.
Is it? I hear it.
Oh.
Just barely. I hear something. Is that the relay?
No, it's a relay buzzing. Yeah.
So is the relay...
So... The next step is to actually just isolate the fans and put 12 volts on them and see what happens before we pull them out.
We were able to pull a brush out, and that's what one looks like. That's off the right side motor. He was able to do it just by hand without removing the motor, so that's a score.
Yeah, they unscrew.
He's able to unscrew it with his hands. So
Although
that's
this one's...
awesome. Maybe we get a stubby straight blade back in there. If you
Oh,
can
you
get-
can't. There's no stubby for... Oh, you could, but this one's tight. My fingers are not... Oh, my fingers don't...
You want me to get you a stubby straight blade?
Oh, I don't think I can get it.
So here's the brushes. We got them out. It's possible to remove the brushes without removing the motors with some contortion and difficulty, but they're designed to be serviceable. One motor had 2 long brushes in it. These 2 came out of the left motor. These 2 shorter ones came out of the right motor. I think since we got them out, we're going to go ahead and replace them, but I think these 2 are still serviceable. They look okay. So I'm going to try and source these. So we stuck the 2 longest brushes in one of the motors and turned it on high, and it works. Go ahead and hit it again. Yep. Why don't you try low?
Low is a single motor, which is over... That's
Probably
the
over
second
there.
motor, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got that.
So maybe... So we're switching those 2 good brushes over to the other motor to see if it will function as well. It's possible to...
We saw this one turn, though. We saw this motor after we spun it, you know, and it...
Well, that was quick. Boom. That was... He pulled that brush out just like that. Just a little cap you unscrew. This one you got to get around the hose there.
Oh, this brush is like... Oh, look at it.
Contortions required.
Yep.
Oh, you still got it in the hole, huh? No? You having trouble?
No. Well,
You want me to do it?
I don't know if I did it from which angle I
think I pulled that one out.
Okay, there we go. So what I need is the spring to be held in there while I get this cap on.
You want me to reach in there?
Yeah,
I'll stop recording and I'll reach. Okay, we moved the brushes over to the other motor. We're going to see what happens here. Go ahead, hit it.
Hit on
Try it low first.
low. Spin it first.
No, don't spin that one. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so you're doing the correct switch. Nothing. So high works
Oh,
and low does not.
no, nothing on low. Did they both work on a high?
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. The other one worked on high, right?
Yeah.
So this one's only working on high.
Well, that's the original problem I had.
Oh.
Because before, it was like they quit working on low. Well, now we got them back to working on high. You hear how noisy that thing is?
Yeah. All right.
So my buddy Mike figured out that when the switch is in low, that the motors are run in series, thus reducing the speed of the motors. And when the switch is in high, they're run in parallel, so they each get full power. Well, that's it for today. We kind of ran out of time. I think if I replace those brushes, I'll have both motors working on high. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. If you got a GM bus, definitely should subscribe to my channel. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. And thanks for watching.